You live on a planet that feels stable, predictable, almost ordinary. But the truth is, Earth is anything but normal. It is a dynamic system moving through space at unimaginable speed, shaped by forces so powerful that they can reshape continents, oceans, and even time itself. And most people go their entire lives without realizing what this planet is actually doing beneath them. Here are 10 shocking facts about Earth that will completely change how you see the world. Number 10. Earth is not a perfect sphere. For centuries, humans believed Earth was a perfect sphere, but modern science has proven otherwise. Because of its rotation, Earth bulges at the equator and is slightly flattened at the poles. This shape is called an oblate spheroid. The difference is not small. The equatorial radius is about 21 kilometers larger than the polar radius. That means you are physically farther from the center of the Earth if you stand near the equator compared to the poles. This was first confirmed using precise satellite measurements in the 20th century, changing how we understand planetary physics forever.
Number 9. We know more about Mars than our own oceans. Earth's oceans cover more than 70% of its remain unexplored. In fact, scientists estimate that we know more about the surface of Mars than about the bottom of our own oceans. The deepest known point, the Mariana Trench, reaches about 11 kilometers below sea level. But beyond that, vast underwater regions remain completely unmapped. New species are still being discovered every year in deep ocean zones where sunlight never reaches. Some researchers believe millions of unknown species may still be waiting to be found.
Number 8. Earth gets hit by lightning 8 million times a day. Every single day, Earth is struck by lightning around 8 million times. That is roughly 90 to 100 lightning strikes every second. Lightning temperatures can reach about 30,000 degrees Celsius, which is 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Despite its frequency, scientists still cannot predict exactly where individual lightning bolts will strike. Some storms, called supercells, can produce thousands of strikes within just a few hours, shaping weather systems across entire continents.
Number 7. You are moving 107,000 kilometers per hour right now. Right now, as you are watching this, you are moving faster than a jet aircraft. At the equator, Earth rotates at approximately 1,670 kilometers per hour. But that is not all. Earth also orbits the Sun at around 107,000 kilometers per hour. And the entire solar system is moving through the Milky Way galaxy at even greater speeds. You are standing still on a planet that is constantly in motion in multiple directions at once. Number 6. There's a hidden sun inside the Earth.
Deep beneath your feet lies one of the most extreme environments in the solar system. Earth's inner core reaches temperatures of up to 6,000 degrees Celsius. That is nearly the same temperature as the surface of the sun. Yet, this massive sphere of iron and nickel is completely solid due to extreme pressure. The core was first theorized in the early 20th century and later confirmed through seismic wave studies. We have never physically reached it. The deepest humans have drilled is just over 12 kilometers. That is less than 0.2% of the distance to the center of the Earth.
Number 5. You weigh depending on where you stand. Gravity is not the same everywhere on Earth. It varies slightly depending on altitude, density, and even underground structures. For example, you would weigh slightly less at higher altitudes like mountains, and slightly more in dense geological regions. These variations are small, but measurable with modern instruments. The concept of gravitational variation became more precise after satellite measurements in the late 20th century. Even time itself is affected by gravity, a concept confirmed by Einstein's theory of general relativity in 1915.
Number 4. Earth is constantly emitting signals into space. Earth generates a powerful magnetic field created by molten iron moving in its outer core. This field extends thousands of kilometers into space, forming what is called the magnetosphere. It protects Earth from harmful solar radiation. When solar particles interact with this field, they create auroras, visible near the polar regions. These interactions also produce natural radio emissions, first detected by scientists in the 20th century. Without this magnetic shield, life on Earth would likely be impossible as we know it. Number 3. Earth could be covered by a 2-kilometer deep ocean. Earth holds an estimated 1.4 billion cubic kilometers of water. If all this water were evenly spread across the planet, it would form an ocean more than 2 kilometers deep. Most of this water is saline, and only about 2.5% is freshwater. Of that freshwater, most is trapped in glaciers or underground aquifers. This means only a tiny fraction of Earth's water is directly accessible to humans. Number 9. Earth is slowly losing its atmosphere. Earth is constantly losing particles from its atmosphere into space. This process happens due to solar wind stripping away gases at the upper layers. At the same time, Earth gains material from meteor dust entering the atmosphere. This means our planet is in a constant state of exchange with space. Scientists study this process using satellites and space probes launched since the 1960s. Even today, the balance between loss and gain is still being measured. Number 10. Time moves differently depending on where you are. Time itself is not perfectly uniform on Earth. Because of gravity and speed differences, time passes slightly differently depending on location. This was proven through atomic clock experiments in the 20th century. That is why GPS systems must constantly correct for time differences caused by relativity. Without these corrections, modern navigation systems would quickly become inaccurate. Even something as fundamental as time is not absolute. Earth may feel familiar, but the reality is we've only just begun to understand it. Beneath the surface, above the atmosphere, and deep within the oceans, there are still countless mysteries waiting to be discovered. And the more we learn, the more we realize how little we actually know. So here's a question for you. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Or was there something you already knew? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy discovering things most people never think about, subscribe and join me for the next video.